Hello and welcome back to Enki. Let's see what we've got. Why? Wait, what? Did I miss something? I've been hauling around a maze that weighs 10 tons and I can't do it anymore. 10 tons? Is it the maze that I think it is? It may be. Hello, Rocklops. This sounds important. There's a legendary maze that once belonged to a Rocklops tribal hero called Stonebone. It was said to weigh 10 tons and could decimate an entire cave simply by dropping it. You're familiar? Ah, you're familiar. It is indeed the legendary 10-toner. It's weird when Two-Stone gets excited. Indeed. May I see it? I'm sick of carrying the damn thing. I'll sell it to you for 2,500 coupons. Per price for a weapon on the 5th level. That's highway robbery. Are you joking? That's a steal for a weapon on the 5th level. Oh. It's for the group to decide. You all have a stake in this. We'll think about it. Okay, I lost a lot of money fighting the weird thing. I have to grind and I don't feel like grinding. Anyway, what was... yeah, I was going to talk about how this game has a decent soundtrack and very charming and likable dialogue along with the characters. But when it comes to mechanics in combat, it's bad. It's really... I may have to call it terrible. I feel weaker than when I first started. The enemies don't reward enough coupons. Doesn't matter how good my equipment is, I'll still get dealt some damage because most likely the enemies will attack first. I'm a researcher. I look into Enki legends. Ring of Nature Resistance. No matter what you do, you will always be dealt a ton of damage. And the next turn you'll spend it healing and hoping, praying. Ring of Fire Resistance. That your opponent misses. Great potion. My ship, the Maiden's Bosom, was destroyed by pirates from the south. I'm selling some old treasures to buy a new ship, hire a new crew. Interested? Reach all that speak the dead. We have a low conversation with the dead. Right. Just want to stamina well. Oh, so that's Acoustis. Acoustic 4. That must be for the... Oh, that must be for the... For the Fox. This one's for the Enkian. This one's for the Rocklops. This one's for the Demon. That's wrong. It's okay. It's a crater crate. Don't want any of those getting out. So yeah, long story short, the combat needs to be fixed ASAP. And I mean it. ASAP. Adjust the numbers. Guardian. The heart of the country of Culture are currently under Imperial control. If ever there were a place for a dirty deal or an assassination, then this is the place. The most active branch of the Eyes of Shadow Assassin Guild is within the city. If you find trouble, don't bribe your way out with ease. The Empire has tried to get Guardian under proper control many times, and it's something that has a positive effect, but within a few years it reverts back to its old state. There are just roots that go too deep that can't be pulled out. There are too many masterminds behind a lot of the corruption. Halsar as a whole is a wild place. There is no country more prone to banditry. There are just as many vigilantes that try to keep the place clean. Unfortunately, they have much shorter lifespan than your average bandit. If you're ever in Kalsar, make sure to watch your back because nobody else will. The world building is nice. Everything works well. I even like the graphics. Except for some of the enemies. But the combat is horrible. Right, Port is a peaceful village. We try to keep it from growing too big and leave it as a rest stop for traders and travelers. I'm going to have my first baby in a few months. It seems to be close, but I was going to be a squirrel a few years ago, but he left that life behind for me. Sometimes I feel guilty about it, but he seems so much happier now. All you have to do is adjust the numbers, so that the enemies don't deal 20 points of damage in one turn if they don't miss. And don't just make combat a roulette. The Grand Gore is perhaps the most peaceful region in all of Eperos. It's a country run by the Sipach, who left Green Rock behind. Their policy? Cleanse the country of trouble, and if nobody thereafter bothers them, then they not bother anybody else. The ideas of absolute freedom within their nation has proven to be successful. They even managed to maintain friendly relations with the bordering Enki and Rock-lobes. They too have kept their word to leave them alone if they allowed trade with the private citizens of the Grand Gorge unimpeded. The Volpa to the south, however, are more of a problem. Bandits from Foxwood will occasionally attack border settlements. Cities and militias in the Grand Gorge have formed to defend the borders. The attacks have subsided as it's become clear that the Sipa will defend their property to the death. So yeah, it's not that hard. All you have to do is make the numbers smaller. Travelers? It's nice to see people just running around instead of... Oh, we are indeed travelers. Can I ask you what life outside of Rightport is like? I hear so many stories, it's hard to know for sure. Enki is a magical place full of wonder and excitement. I often float from place to place just taking the sights and worrying about very little else. Must be very strong to cross the world like that. I can hold my own in a fight when required. I might have wondered, what was I saying? Let's see. +5 or... That was... One other issue. These things give me a chance to resist a status effect. I don't want a chance. I want to resist elemental damage. I don't want a spell to deal 10 points of damage to my guys. I really like how combat works, but I don't like how it's executed. I like the idea with the potions, but I don't feel like leveling up anyone else. Because I'll have to grind, and even if I grind, maybe not all my characters will reach maximum level, or at least maximum HP. Howdy, Gargan, would we like to take you? Let's go to Market. I want to go next to the desert. Let's see if I remember correctly. I think it's here. I'm going to explore it better a little bit and then go back the journey. If I remember correctly, the enemies in the desert, the fox ones, give 100 coupons upon yeah. See, it's been 4 hours since I've last been here, and these low level enemies still play first, and my armor doesn't matter. All my progress doesn't matter because they just miss. And if they didn't miss, well, then they would deal a huge amount of damage because armor doesn't matter. I have only 2 trigger slots, and they either choose get stamina so I can attack, or resistance, and then I have to guess. 63 coupons! Dude! And I didn't even die! Well, mostly due to luck, but... because the enemies missed so much. But if I try to farm ogres... then, well... everyone's going to die. I'm going to lose all my money. It's not worth it, I'll just keep on healing. Vulpa, right? Yeah, I got her name. Vulpa. If I try to fight ogres, then we'll both likely all die and then spend half of that money healing. See, when there's no stats, I don't know who's going to play first. Sometimes Two Stone plays first, for whatever reason, even though he's the slowest. Sometimes I have to wait for 15, 16 turns so that I can play. This game's weakest point is the combat. And it's not just weak, it's as Achilles' heel. It just doesn't work. It doesn't. I cannot use others to fight at this point. I have to spend 150 times 150 times 10. No, 250 times 20 at least. They need at least 10 red potions. And not 20 red potions in order to reach our current level. And 4 more green potions. That's about 8,000 coupons. I have to do this battle, what, a few dozen times? 10 dozen times? I'm not going to grind that much. Of course, you know, I'm only being... It's a good thing that I'm being harsh, because for 8 episodes now I've only been positive, and that's just not good. And I like the game, and I like the developer a lot. I like their other games a lot, but I need to be a bit strict. Especially when the combat is so appalling. I mean, seriously. I didn't get anything by fighting more. I need to find... I need to go back to town and craft Drusilla's epic sword. The one that requires dragon scales. You see, that's clever. I really like that. I get a weapon for Drusilla because I beat an enemy. A strong enemy. And now with that weapon, and now with those scales, I get to craft Drusilla's weapon. It feels like a quest, an epic quest at that. That's very nice world building. And then it gets ruined by the combat, because the dragon died in, what, 10 turns? And I don't think he even I don't think he even killed one of my guys, I don't remember. I think none of my guys even went below half HP. It's just not good. I'm having more trouble. I'm having more trouble fighting these supposedly low-level enemies than a boss fight. Which was a golden dragon taking place in the fields of motherfucking valor. Do you see my issue here? I really like things being done differently. Like what this game does. This is a different style of combat. But god, it just needs some adjustments. I mean, don't change all of it. Just make my experience matter, my armor matter. I don't remember what was the correct. I remember the city, I just don't remember the name. Wait, was this a city? Oh no. I forgot. See, I feel like I'm wasting time because I don't get stronger in the game. I don't feel like a hero. I'm a giant idiot. I don't feel like a hero. I feel like some random ass dude that barely escapes death after its fight. I think that's all. There aren't really any other negatives except for this goddamn combat system. What was the one that wanted to craft me a sword? Oh god damn, I don't remember which was the city. Oh no. I was really sure this was the one. Oh no, come on. Which was the correct city? Not for sure this was the one. It wasn't. No, it wasn't there. It wasn't there, so 100%. What city was it? Please don't tell me it's the one that was next to the Proudwind Castle. I'll try once more, then get back to our adventure. I'll try that city. I don't think that's the one. Go back to our... Oh god damn it! Wrong again. Yeah, you're not lying about the Appleback merchant, and I have no idea who the merchant is. This is one. Golda, right pork, was it Golda? I don't remember the names, right? I really don't. And I can't focus because combat is really and angering. I'll try once more if I don't get it. I only remember right port as a name, and it was only presented to me twice. That's the only name I remember. Right, let's see. Was it this town? So to the right. Okay. Yeah, you're the guy that lost his wife. Have a Cooper. Oh yeah, there's this. There was this guy that wanted to play cards with me or something. I could get easy money from him instead of trying. You were bad. instead of trying to do battle. Yeah, maybe I'll do that actually. Hey, forget about him. Yeah, you're a military veteran. Now I have to check every house because is there a quest log? Remember, is there a quest log? Dragon sword, yeah. Dragon shield crafting. But ogre is angry. Did he craft me a 5th level sword if you can bring him dragon shield? Dragon is foolish enough to fight a dragon. So he was an ogre named Zangard. Okay, cool. But where? Did I not complete? Struggling. Did I not? Anyway, thanks to me being just a giant idiot and running around like a chicken. Now I remember where the guy with his dead wife is. Filthy. Idiot. I need to get that book. Please. Bring me Banfruit. Guys, an ogre. What witch ogre? At least the journal could have a written destination. But I'm going to try it out later on my own, you know, screw this. Well, I guess this was a giant waste of time as well. Sure wish the journal could tell me where that ogre is, because I can't fucking remember. I'll have to spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. Guess I'll just go fuck myself. And even if I get a 5th level sword for her, out of it, she won't be able to use it. Because of the stamina requirements or something. Oh no, maybe she won't be able to use slow then. So I'm discouraged to use the higher level sword even though I 100% need it. Master Mabel told me you were coming. A chaos god? Indeed. He. His name is Trelos? That means that means crazy in Greek. Simple fireplace. Just an empty barrel. The game has indeed a lot of Greek names, but... Do you alter your fate? Eh? I meant what I said. I provide the means for you to alter your fate. Are you bold enough to make the choice? Still don't get it. Are you a powerful magician? A ritualist? More details would be nice if you please. Do you see the packet of cards I hold in my hands? Yes. Are they magical? They are. Each person can draw from this deck. God damn it. Each person can draw from this deck a single time, and whatever you draw will permanently change on you. Lame. Out of curiosity, what changes? You can become more powerful, you can become weaker, you can become richer, you can become poorer. A few very rare instances have people changing forms, teleporting to different planes, and even ceasing to exist entirely. Sounds pretty risky. Agreed, I'd rather avoid it. I like the mystery of it. Sounds like the most exciting thing we've done so far. We've had plenty of excitement as is, rather from wrong. I'm torn between curiosity and sensibility. I'll give you some time to make a decision. Speak to me again, one by one. If you refuse, then I will not offer again. Well, they're saved. Let's see. Sure, why not? Young ogre, dare you draw from the deck? Let me think. Yeah. I'll draw, let's see how it goes. You have increased resistance to radiant. Alright, and I'll save. Oh, there's no legs! Hey! Nice! Meow. No legs. Haha! That puts a smile on my face. Alright, so you see what it does. I'll do it later on my own. And reload as many times as I have to get only positive effects. I've always wanted to ride around on a Klugant. It's the wild steed of the Volpa that can gore even the toughest beast. I had one once. What do you call yours? Already decided to call him Treebusser. Klugants are fond of jamming their horns on trees. Original. I had to kill my own brother to save my other lives. My brother is dead to me too. He then tried to follow me out of Portown. It's not quite the same. That's a reference I don't get. High level enemies that offer me no. That place also had no quests for me. You know what? I'll end this episode here. Search for the goddamn sword, farm a bit of gold, and then we'll continue. So I'll just see it. Don't see this episode because we didn't really do anything. You can probably just skip it if you're not a developer. I'll see you the next episode.